Welcome to Wealth and Wellness with Grace Nabasabala.
Hi, this is Grace. I'm bringing you 10 things I wish I knew before becoming a registered nurse. 1. Instead of going into a BSN program, I wish that I stay with an ADN. So for those of you who don't understand the BSN versus ADN, the BSN is basically a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. On the other hand, the ADN is the Associate Degree in Nursing. I stayed with a Bachelor's, and that took longer, much longer than I really anticipated. The college I enrolled in was a 4-year college, so I initially took my prerequisites, and that took longer and longer and longer. And to get into the nursing program, you had to have a specific GPA and all these other requirements. Whereas so many people I know who actually went the associate route, started their prerequisites at a community college, ended up getting into their nursing programs and graduating much faster than I did. Because eventually, it literally took me about 6 years to go to nursing school for a bachelor's. And yet for an associate, it would take me 2 years. And then to do that bridge program from ADN to BSN is literally 1 year. So you're saving so much time as well as money. And on that note, actually continuing from, instead of going for the bachelor's degree, I should have also considered applying to other colleges. I was stuck on just one college for years. And so I was on this waiting list for literally 2 years. The last time when I asked where I was on the waiting list, they told me I literally was number 2 on the waiting list. And I asked the lady in the administration, what do I need to do to get to that spot and get into the program? You know what she told me? She told me literally 2 people had to die in order for me to take a spot. I don't like that. I did not like that response. I thought about it. I was like, Grace, I'm not wishing 2 people to die just because I want to be in the nursing program. Instead, I thought about how could I apply to other colleges. And I gave in, applied to 2 colleges. One was for the associate program and the other was for a bachelor's. Do you know that they both accepted me in their nursing programs? However, since I had so many prerequisites and I put so much work in it, I ended up going for the bachelor's. And I graduated with a bachelor's of nursing. You have to realize it's not personal sometimes. When I started working as a nurse, I thought it was personal. When the patient refused me and my care, I felt it was personal. A personal attack on me and my service and my expertise, right? But it's not personal. Patients are scared. They don't know what to do. You see? So whatever makes them comfortable, of course they have to choose that. So I had to realize that, you know what? When they deny you, take it as a blessing in disguise. Because sometimes it's not personal. And also, there's a saying that guess what? Man's rejection, what? Is God's protection. So if they reject you, don't take it as personal. Because it could be God protecting you, right? The next point is about taking care of yourself. Physically, emotionally, spiritually. You have to take care of yourself. This profession is very draining. Just imagine going to work every day, crying because something went wrong, or just crying just because you don't know what's going to happen to your patient. That's very draining. I've done that. I've seen other nurses do it. In fact, when I used to be a CNA and a nurse tech before I started becoming a nurse, I used to wonder, how come these nurses with all this expertise are out here in the bathrooms crying? I had to realize one thing. It's very emotionally demanding. You're getting all these doctor orders. You're getting all these other nurses counting on you to do different things. and also everybody expecting you to do the best job possible. There's no room for error. So it takes a toll on you. And if you're not taking care of yourself, guess what? That's going to show up in your work, okay? And also it's going to show up with patient errors, making errors on the job, which you wouldn't want to do. So make sure you take care of yourself so you can service other people. The next point is about when you start feeling like you're burnt out in one specialty, consider trying another. I started in the ICU, and if I can tell you, I was a little burnt out initially, but thankfully, I had to explore other options. I went to the step-down unit, I went to telemetry, I went to all these other specialties, and I enjoyed it. So I can tell you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So do not feel bad. If you start and you don't like a specific specialty that you thought would be a great specialty, don't give up. Try another, because there are plenty out there that could be a great fit. The next point, you have to cover yourself at all times, which means you're charting each and everything. When I started, I thought it was more about patient care, but in reality, it's all about covering yourself. Because if something is not charted, we've been told it's not done. And that's how you cover yourself actually when you show up in court, right? So make sure whatever you're doing, after you do it, cover yourself by charting. And not expect other people to chart on your behalf. Because if you pass it on to the next team thinking they'll do it and they don't do it, it's still not done. But you can cover yourself by making sure you put a note, such and such informed about such and such. Because when they show those records, they'll come back to find out that you actually charted on it and you communicated that information to the previous or next nurse. Next is do not sign anything you do not agree with. I work overnight, and during the overnight shifts, it gets exhausting. Every shift gets exhausting, of course. But most times, when the administration comes in, that's when they want you to sign all this paperwork, right? Do not sign it. Ask them to take it home so you can read over it when your mind is fresh. Because after working 12 hours, you're not there. You're not all the way there mentally, right? So you need to take a break, review whatever they want you to sign before you actually sign. Because you don't want to lose your license because of signing something you did not agree with or you did not do, just because you just wanted to sign something that the administrators wanted you to sign. The next point is about you developing thick skin. There's a lot of cutthroat in this profession. You've heard about nursing eating their young. I don't advocate for it. However, you have to come in it knowing that not everybody wants you to succeed. Do you know we are so hard on ourselves and especially hard on others? So come in and know that so many people are here judging you. So many people are here trying to make sure, in fact, they're trying to make sure that you're a great nurse. So they try to get hard on you because they think that's how they can help you grow as a good nurse. So it's not about nursing bullying and nursing in the area. Just come in knowing that there could be a few of those things. However, you need to develop thick skin so you can stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself. You need to go where you are appreciated. If a facility doesn't appreciate you, a unit doesn't appreciate you, like I mentioned, find somewhere else. Do not get stuck in one position thinking that's all you can do. It's not true. You might be told that all the time. It's not true. Go where you are appreciated. I started as staff like most of us do. Ended up as a traveler, and I loved it. If I tell you I love it so much, I was not going back to staff because I thought about it. If I don't like it, guess what? I can leave, right? But then I was so in love with the people and the facilities that I would stay extending my contract after contract after contract until one time I maxed out my time. I had to stay at the hospital because I had this thing. Guess what? If I don't like it, I can leave. So you have options. Don't get stuck where you're not appreciated, right? Last but not least, you need to get a PRN job. You will thank me later. When you start, of course, you're doing full-time work, right? And you're picking up all these extra shifts. However, sometimes when you are trying to get another job somewhere, sometimes the full-time staff jobs, they don't want you to leave. So cover yourself, right? By getting a part-time somewhere in case they don't want you to leave, right? They're not giving you the right recommendations every time the other jobs call to get recommendations. Guess what? The part-time job and PRN can always help you out, because that's what I did. I stayed with full-time, and when they would call to get recommendations, they would not get the right recommendations, and I figured it wasn't just me. So when I asked other colleagues, they said the same thing. It wasn't something I was doing. It was because the facility was committed to maintain all their staff nurses. So get a part-time job, because when you need that recommendation, the part-time job can give you that recommendation. Or better yet, you can become full-time there, right? Thank you for watching, and until next time, this has been a wonderful experience sharing with you. I hope you enjoy your nursing journey. Good luck, and let me know how it goes. And until next time, y'all stay blessed.